Hello, this is Cliff with GI Mechanic Scale Modeling. Yes, I'm working on Slavic voice, just because I can. Now, there is a challenge that is going around. Gavin Booth is talking about it, basically about standing with Ukraine and opinion on the Russian invasion. So, first off, I'm going to start by saying Slava Ukraini, Haryam Slava, which basically means glory, Ukraine, glory to the heroes, or to the heroes' glory. So, I do stand with the military and people of Ukraine. You guys are going through some shit right now, but this is nothing new with you guys in Ukraine going through some shit, especially with Russia. If you want, look it up in the history books about the famine that was going on in the 30s. I think it was right in between World War I and World War II. And then Ukraine being a people of getting their independence in the early 90s when the USSR broke up. Communism sucks. Fuck communism. But as stated, now the politicians of Ukraine, that's a different story because they're almost as greasy and corrupt as our own politicians here in America and even Russian politicians. Now, Vladimir Putin, I'm going to get some flack for this, but I don't care because there's going to be trigger warnings and I don't give a fuck about your feelings. I'm entitled to my own opinion. I'm in kind of scale modeling community and I put content out on my channel. And like I said, I don't give a fuck about feelings. I believe in free speech. And now that I have actually become a civilian, I have totally unfiltered, unadulterated freedom of speech, not the restricted freedom of speech that you have as a soldier. And I could get into that one, but that's not what this video is about. But anyway, Putin, I can actually respect Putin. I mean, he's strong, robust, fucking don't take no shit, a leader of strength. Ex-KGB, lieutenant, Russian spy, bullshit. So he's got that. He's old school, wants the old USSR. And played a dick move by invading Ukraine. So, with that being said, then there's getting to the group of Russian separatists here in a minute. But there are some companies in Ukraine that do make scale modeling parts. MiniArt is one of them. There's another, I want to say it's UACR. But anyway, some of these are small mom and pop businesses that make parts for scale modeling community. So support them so that they can basically keep on providing parts that we need. As trivial as that is, but it is. But still, definitely stand with the soldiers and the people of Ukraine. Now, Putin, why you gotta pull a dick move like that and act like a real dictator, pun intended, dictator? All right? I just don't know what you're doing. I mean, you're complaining that Ukraine ain't rolling over and laying down as easy as you thought they would. I got a little bit of news for you. Ukraine is not going to lay down. Ukraine is going to stick to the fight because they got their independence from the Soviet Union. So since they got their independence from the Soviet Union, or the old USSR, all right, they're going to hold on to it because they don't want to go back to that. They don't want to go back to the dick move shit that, was going on. So let's fast forward a little bit. Let's go with the Georgian conflict under Bush. I was in Iraq at that time when the Georgian conflict was going on. Russia was being dicks there. Of course, I got Russians in Syria too, but I'll get on that in another minute. You've also got Fast forward to 2014. Guess what? You got Obama. That fucking retarded half fucking breed mook motherfucker started all this shit. Joe Biden was a fucking vice president. You think Joe Biden didn't have fucking shit in Ukraine even back then? You wonder why he's president now? He's a fucking tool. He's a puppet. He's been doing that shit 50 fucking years. But Putin annexed Crimea at that time. We didn't really do shit about it. But as sad as it sounds, coming from a leader as far as being, having, because NATO's not a big fan of Russia. Russia's not a big fan of NATO. I mean, Russia hates NATO. Now, with us kind of assisting Ukraine to become a part of NATO, putting NATO forces on like the border of Russia, I mean, that's like global security concern. However, but at the same time, we also know how Russia and China are butt fucking each other as bed buddies. And, that's how Russia and China, they're like working like this and doing one of these numbers. So you kind of want that line there, because if Putin or whoever's in charge of Russia decides to expand west, you kind of want that red line in the sand to keep them from spreading. Now, I'm not saying NATO is the greatest fucking thing out there. I mean, it's kind of like, what the hell do they call it? It's, kind of like a bunch of fucking teenagers, like, just out there. They don't know shit. They're just trying to basically get everybody on the same sheet of music and become global. They're globalist. I mean, and that's what it was. They want the whole world domination. They want the world to kind of bow down to them. I miss the old days of being superpowers, which we were always a superpower. Russia was a superpower. Japan, China, Australia just kind of does what they want, and I'm not trying to bring them into that because Australia is cool. However, y'all in Australia should have never gotten rid of your fucking guns, because when all this shit goes out and they decide to come down there, y'all need guns. That's another story. But anyway, I think the president, Zelensky, did good by giving martial law and issuing AKs out to regular people, teachers, doctors, fucking whatever. Hey, you're old enough to carry a gun. Here's a quick lesson on the AK-47. There you go. Mazel tov. Go fucking have fun. That's why they have state militias. And that's why, on the separate side of the coin, why our fucking Second Amendment rights are more important than anything. And this right here is why. Because if Ukraine wasn't armed and Putin decides, well, I'm just going to keep going because everybody wants communism to spread the world, we got them left-wing fucking retards here that think communism is the greatest fucking thing. You got the fucking retards in the squad there and AOC and them fucking dumb cunts. I mean, they just fucking everything up. I mean, politics was never supposed to be a career choice. Politics, you get in, you do your 3, 4, whatever years, 5 years, get the fuck out, let someone else come in. No, but these dirty, nasty motherfuckers that come into politics, they get they get some of that lobbyist money and they gotta toe the knee to wherever the money is because they're the special interest and they pork the fuck out of it. And they just fuck everything up. I swear to God, half these politicians haven't had a single economics course. And if you don't like what I'm saying, I also ought to probably throw out that, like I said, if I lose subs over this, so fucking be it. I never joined YouTube to have subs. it's nice. I enjoy the ones that I have. But at the same time, if I lose people, I lose people. But I also believe in the freedom of speech, and that everybody should have that right as a freedom of speech. I mean, it's our God-given right. You don't have to like what someone says, but they have every right to say it just as much as I have every right to say whatever. Now, it's limited. Being in the military, that's way limited. Because no matter what the fuck you say, it could be considered turned around, wrong, whatever. But that's subject for another day. I'm getting off course here, like I was saying, but fuck Russia. Now, Russia's getting their ass kind of kicked. I mean, Ukraine is taking heavy losses, especially innocent lives. So I don't know if this is just a dog and pony show to kind of keep us Americans entertained. Like, hey, look at what we're doing over here. Oh, hey, there's a war over here. You know, kind of doing that smoke and mirrors like the government is fucking known for. Now, I can't really bitch about it because I'm not going to lie. I've been a government employee the last 22 fucking years. I've been a federal contractor since the last 7. Well, until last Saturday, but still. I mean, I'm a fucking civilian now. I can say whatever the fuck I want and not have any repercussions because that's my God-given right and freedom of speech. But anyway, if I had my way and I wasn't fucking broken as I was, if I could get away to Ukraine, I'd bring some rounds with me and let's go fucking Mazel Tov. Just saying. Because there's some things as far as a soldier that don't ever go away. Now, kind of add a little bit of context. I don't know how much propaganda it is, but I know soldiers, especially in a lot of these other countries, a lot of these boys are young. And I mean, like, real young. They're like 16, 17, 18. I mean, they're like really young. So they kind of don't do any or really know any better. So, but when you join the Army, it's kind of like the same thing. You come in doing one thing. When I joined, it was be all you can be. I know I probably just dated myself, but so when I joined the Army, it was be all you can be. So, I mean, nowadays it's just, the Army's not what it used to be, but you get a lot of boys that just basically come in just for the benefits, which is what I did. The college money, yeah, it's an all right thing if you go to college. And, but here's the thing. You're getting all that free shit. Granted, you still pay taxes on it. But here's the thing. If your country calls for you to go and defend it, you're going to have to, that's kind of like in a roundabout way how you're paying for that fucking college money. Now, granted, at least in the U.S., they hadn't had the draft in a long time, but I think they should bring the draft back. But the only problem is, though, I am a little nervous if they do bring the draft back, because I seen a bunch of them fucking soy boy fucking skinny jean wearing faggots that just ain't got nothing. It's like you yell at them and they fucking fall into a pile of shit crying, wanting their fucking safe space and their ice cream and show me on the fucking doll where the fucking feelings hurt. Jesus. But Ukrainians are a lot different. Ukrainians are taught to fight from a young age because they've been fighting for a long fucking time. Look it up in the history books about the famine. I want to say it was in 39, I think it was. Stalin basically starved fucking Ukraine. There is some genocide, and everyone says, oh, Hitler's this big fucking blah, blah, blah. No, actually, Stalin might be up there. He's got some numbers. Not saying that they're both right, but at the same time, the fucking numbers don't lie. I mean, go through, look at it at history. Unless all the fucking retards who put it on Wikipedia already changed it. You have to go to get some of that old school Britannica, Encyclopedia Britannica. Yeah, I still got a couple of them from when I was younger. I was back in fucking history, but also makes you think like, do you really think people would actually believe you nowadays if you actually did show them a paper book They said, oh, I don't believe that because it could have been just written. It's, oh, I believe Wikipedia. It's like, you know, and then you got that kind of aspect to everything. Oh, here we go. I'm getting off topic again. Basically, what this video was about was stating that Ukraine, as a fighting country, is showing me most Slavics that don't. I should probably put together a couple memes. They'd be good memes, but anyway. And then you got these Russian separatists. Now, I'm not 100% sure they're like the ones who are Russian, but they live in Ukraine, but they still believe in the old USSR. So, with that being said, if you don't like being in Ukraine, you should just go to Russia and be cool with that. I mean, just saying. Logic, common sense, whatever. Then there's the other flip side of that. Like, whatever happened to all them fucking famous people in the States here that said, oh, if Trump gets elected, oh, I'm going to go to Canada, I'm going to go to here, I'm going to go there. Put your money where your mouth is, fucker. I'll help you pack. I'll help you fucking pack. Get the fuck out of this country. You don't want to be here. You want to say blah, blah, blah. All you are just a bunch of liberal, shellless, nutless, gutless, cuntless punks. I know, that was a little carry-on word there, but I'm just saying. Just get the fuck out of here. Oh, we want communism. No one's ever tried communism here. Well, yeah, no shit. There's a reason why we haven't had communism here. Look at Venezuela. Look at Cuba. Look at fucking Russia. Look at China. You want to go to any of these other third world shitholes? Well, actually, all right, I shouldn't say China. They're not third world shitholes, but they are communist countries. You want communism? Go to a fucking communist country. Don't sit there and make everybody's life hard because you want something that you can't have. At least here in the States, anyway. Go to one of them communist countries. You'll fit right in. Or you'll just be a fucking retard. And like, oh my god, I can't stand here, and start crying and fucking looking for a safe space in the fucking communist country. Which they don't have those. Like, you protest against fucking communists, especially that. I'm surprised more people ain't fucking died in Russia protesting this war. This invasion. And there's also another flip side of this. I know I'm kind of trying to hit spots. I'm going to try to keep this under 20 minutes, but we'll see. You got Ukrainians and Russians living in Ukraine, and it's there. There's family on both sides. There should be no trouble on keeping the peace. And I'll tell you the main reason why Joe Biden cut the XL pipeline is so that he can get us energy independent. So we'd have to rely on foreign oil because he's getting a cutback, from the Nord Stream 2 pipeline and all that other bullshit. Oh, yeah. Everyone's like sitting there trying to wean themselves off, but no. Russia's kind of got everyone by the short hairs because what makes the world go round? Oil, money, oil. Oil makes the world go round. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a gearhead. I love my fucking gas. But I hate paying fucking shit ton of money for it, and I refuse to get one of them electric cars. Due to the simple fact, them electric cars, I could actually go on a whole nother spiel about them electric cars, but them electric cars are about worthless. I mean, if you live out in a big rural area, they ain't worth a shit. If you live in a city, okay. Or like one of them third world Democrat-run shitholes, like DC or wherever. Yeah. So, I'm just going to do a quick thing. I did spend some time in Ukraine. I think I said that in the beginning. I do have a couple patches to show. That's my blood chit. Another patch. This one I used to like to wear all the time on my vest. This is one of them morale patches. Let's see. We got this unit. And these are all different guys I met out of these particular Ukrainian units. These guys are fucking pretty cool. They're like good shit. That all they want is protection of their land to keep their independence. Here's an old school one. They don't call it that anymore, but that was back when I was there, 17, 18. They changed it from the anti-terror operation. So basically the Donbass. These guys were fucking cool. The 92nd Independence Brigade, those guys are fucking cool as shit. Field Artillery Unit, and Armed Forces Ukraine. I can't remember if I showed them, but I got coin from being over in Ukraine at that time. So, I mean, there it is. So if I end up losing subs, so be it. But we basically need to be in solidarity with the people and soldiers of Ukraine, not the politicians. Fuck the politicians. But it was a dick move that you made, Putin. Dick move. But, all right, well, I'm going to leave it at that because I'm over the 20 minutes like I said I would. But anyway, all right. Well, this is Cliff with GI mechanic scale modeling. I'm probably sure this video won't be shown on YouTube, or I'll probably trigger the fuck out of people, but I don't really fucking care. But I stand with the Ukraine. Slava Ukraini, Heroyam Slava. All right. I'm out.